Welcome back to Today on Display. Our first guest today is digital creator, branding genius, as well as pilot and adventure Alex Coten. Let's take a look at some video highlights to get us started. Okay, please help me welcome Alex Coten. What's up, Alex? How's it going?
Having me here today.
Yeah, we're super excited. I mean, I want that life. How do I get that? That looks super fun. I mean, you were underwater, you were fishing, you were in all kinds of vehicles. Would you say you're a thrill seeker?
I think it's safe to say a professional thrill seeker.
I think so. So now, Alex, as a social media expert, you know that social media profiles are how you present yourself to the world. So today, we want to take a look at yours with a game we like to call Posted Up. So, Posted Up is basically us digging up your post and you giving us the story behind it. Whatever story you want to tell is fine with us, either how you capture the content, if there's a little bit of a horror story there, or something that maybe we didn't even get to see as part of the post. So let's take a look at the first post that we pulled for you. Okay, I am jealous of this right off the bat because of the caption, which just says, lunch trip to the Keys. I mean, is this how you live your life? Do you just like jet set off to wherever you want on a quick lunch break?
Well, sometimes. So I've been really fortunate that I've done a great job networking in aviation. So I have a lot of cool opportunities to fly interesting aircraft and have fun with my friends. So most of it's unplanned. It happens on the fly. But yes, I try to do something fun in an airplane or helicopter a few days a week.
Did you say on the fly on purpose?
On the fly.
That was a pretty good one. You beat me to
Yeah,
it.
good one.
So when you said that you were jetting to the Keys, you're based in Tampa?
Based in West Palm Beach.
In West Palm Beach. So how quick is a flight to the Keys?
So it's about a 6.5 hour drive, but in a jet, it's about 32 minutes.
Awesome. Yeah. If you ever want to call me up and fly me somewhere, I'm all on board.
Hey, this weekend.
Let's do it. Let's take a look at the second post that I pulled for you. Oh my goodness. And if you keep watching that, it actually almost looks like you go upside down. Do you?
We do, yeah. So that's a max performance climb in an F-16. So you take off, you go to the end of the runway, then you pull straight up, then around upside down.
I mean, roller coaster, schmoller coaster. Who needs that when you can do it with a plane? That's
right.
Crazy.
It's a 16,000-foot roller coaster.
Oh my gosh. So I'm guessing there's no fear of heights, no motion sickness, none of that?
A little bit of motion sickness once in a while. That was the hardest flight in my life.
The one that we just saw?
That was my bucket list to fly with the military in a military fighter jet.
Oh my, and when did that take place?
That took place in November of 2019. And it's an impossible task for a civilian to pull that off. So I was told for the past 15 years, it'll never happen, never happen, never happen. And when I hear it's never gonna happen, that gets me more focused and more interested in making that happen. So I was fortunate enough to do a marketing campaign for the Air Force and create content at Nellis Air Force Base and fly in an F-16.
Oh my gosh, so you made it happen. I mean, I feel like that's a thing for a lot of us, but I'll speak for myself. Yeah, if somebody says no, I'm like, okay, you're not telling me no. I'm definitely turning that no into a yes. So really, really cool. And I mean, wow, that footage, is that with a GoPro?
That was with a GoPro. I'm the only person to handhold a GoPro in a fighter jet like that.
That's insane. All right, let's take a look at.
Then the backstory there was,
Please.
I wanted to be a fighter pilot. So in high school, I went to see a recruiter to join the Air Force. They told me no. They said, Alex, it's not for you. You need to go to college and pursue your business interests and career. So that's what I did. Then I got caught up running my businesses. And by the time I was 27 years old, I was too old to join the Air Force. And I wanted to tell this story to the youth. So a big part of this campaign I did with the Air Force was motivating the youth and showing them the opportunities out there and don't miss out like I did.
Good for you. I love that. Let's take a look at the next post that we dug up. Okay, so this is another thing that you just have lying around. Is this yours?
It is not. It's a friend. So the airplanes aren't mine. The cars aren't mine. The expensive toys are not mine. So I'm personally not there financially to a place where I can afford all these cool things. But I've been fortunate enough to meet the right people and make the right friends, and I'm able to operate any high-performance toy at a professional level, whether it's an airplane, a motorcycle, a speedboat. So I've created this amazing circle of people and built trust in people, so I've had access to all these cool things.
I mean, so it definitely seems it is who you know. It is who you know, and it also is what you know, because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be letting you use their things if you were not professionally trained to use them. Those are expensive toys to lend out.
Absolutely. And we can all get there and have them, but we have to work really hard to get there. And that's kind of the story I tell and what I do.
I mean, that's great. It's really cool that you've worked so hard to actually pursue something that you have such passion for and be able to do it professionally. I think that's an inspiration to a lot of people. And then, of course, you telling the story to young people so that they can do sort of the same thing.
That's right. Everybody can do it if they put their mind to it.
Exactly. Let's take a look at the next one. This is wild. Your mom is losing her head. We'll say head. And this shows me you have a sense of humor, and also she reminds me of what I would be doing in these circumstances. So is she always like this when you take her up? How often is she a willing participant in this?
This was my first time getting her in any type of aircraft, let alone a helicopter. So I've gotten her into fast cars, Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and scared her to death. But this was my first time actually getting her in the air. She was a trooper, but she did not do that well with it. She was yelling and screaming the entire time. So I put together a 4-part series of before we take off, a couple videos in the air, then her reaction for when we landed. It's
pretty hilarious, and I think your mom, it's fair to say, is probably many of us is spirit animal. Like, that would definitely be me. I love when she's screaming at you and you're turning around with the GoPro and she's like, your face is helicopter. Yeah, it's pretty good. So you guys definitely go check them out on display to catch any of those videos and get the full commentary, because it's pretty classic. Let's take a look at the next one. What is this charity? What is this giant check for?
So my passion is airplanes, cars, events, fashion, showing people a great time, and giving back to charity. So 2 of my friends and I, we have an annual event called Wheels, Wings, and Fashion. And it's exactly all that. So we have an airplane hangar at an airport. We have private jets there, fighter jets, the rarest exotic cars, great food, first-class fashion show, and it's all for charity. So this is our 3rd year doing it. We donated a total of $20,000 to our 2 charities this year.
Bravo, that's amazing. Okay, we got another video. I'm obsessed with these. All right, so I'm thinking we're all familiar with the Blue Angels. What a treat. Flying over. That is the best view of the Blue Angels I've ever seen. Tell me about this.
So I went to Buffalo, New York last weekend. That's where I was born and raised, and there was a big annual air show there. So I was fortunate enough to go there and go to the performer parties, hang out with the Blue Angels, hang out with the other pilots, and then we were on a boat watching the planes fly over, so we were able to create some really cool content.
Very cool. You have a lot of cool content, so I'm going to keep it moving because I'm learning a lot about you through your content. Is this how you prepare to fly people?
It is. So it's a flight simulator here in my condo, and it runs on virtual reality. So you can look down and see your legs pressing the pedals. You would literally get motion sickness on this if you're not used to flying planes and going upside down. It's that real.
I mean, I'm just gonna get one of these and then start flying myself everywhere. So thanks for the inspiration.
There you go. So before my Thunderbirds flight, I was familiar with that airport, with the ground, what we're gonna fly over, with the aircraft. So I was able to take control of that F-16. I've never even been in one. That simulator had me prepare for the performance, what it's gonna feel like, and the visuals.
Very cool. All right, I got another video for you folks. Let's take a look. This is all about the perspective. Check this out, how huge this is. I don't even think the word massive does it justice. And as you watch Alex get out with his GoPro on a stick and capture that sort of bird's eye view of everything, that is pretty wild.
That was my first time using the GoPro Max camera with that 360. So you can zoom out, zoom in, and it eliminates the stick. So first time using it, and that was at the Pima Air Museum in Arizona. And you're not supposed to go in that engine, I found out, with a lot of comments on my posts, but you're always better off asking for forgiveness than permission.
Too late. Y'all,
That's right.
We will be right back with Alex. We're putting him on the spot, plus trivia and a brand new game we're playing with Tiki Barber are coming up, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome to Display Tips. Let's get introduced to Profile. Tap the profile on bottom right of screen. Here, you can personalize your display experience. Tap the pencil icon to edit your profile picture, cover photo, basic user info including contact, and link to your other social media accounts. Select your preferred language, identify top friends and family members. You can also create and manage your communities here. Watch for more tips on Display TV.
I'm feeling away, I just might lose my mind. I'm starting to feel like you're a waste of time. I'm chasing a feeling that I can't define.
Let's go. Ain't no comparison, not to be arrogant. When you this good, you don't worry about narratives. Fuck your opinion, the fact is we wanna know one that they all wanna stop and they stare at us. Whoa, rings only, big trophy. Big bag, brinks only, ayy, brinks only. How they got rich and turned into my big homie, ayy, big homie. How they got rich and turned into my big.
If you believe in making money, let me hear you say hell yeah. Now let me holler at your partner. I spit this game, been your ear for a minute. Now quit complaining about how you can't spend it, cause you ain't.
Welcome back. This is Today on Display. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis, and I'm here with a jack of all trades, Alex Coten. Hello, hello, hello. It's time to get to know him a little bit better in On the Spot. So we're putting you in the hot seat, and we want to ask you a couple of questions. And we're starting with, what first got you interested in aviation?
Well, I would see the planes fly overhead when I was a kid. And I knew I had to be a pilot. I knew I was gonna be a pilot. I had a middle-class upbringing, did not have the means to be a pilot throughout my childhood, nor high school or college, but I was gonna make it happen. I love thrill-seeking, and flying is the ultimate.
So I guess the next question is, how did you make that a reality?
Well, I started my first business after college and started doing well for myself. So I started taking flight lessons on my own. Then I wasn't able to complete it because the economy tanked. Then about 6 years later, I moved to West Palm Beach, Florida. Then I said, I'm gonna continue this mission. What really struck me was when NASA ended the space program. I knew that kids aren't gonna have astronauts to look up to, won't have pilots to look up to. So I said, I'm gonna do something about it. I will be a public figure in aviation and get the youth excited about flying and keep them excited.
And you did. I mean, you've done it in so many ways. You really have made a name for yourself. And speaking of aviation, it's also a classic cocktail. And I hear that you're a bit of an entrepreneur in the spirit space as well. So tell me about that.
Sure. 5 years ago, I started a vodka company by mistake with my friend Frank and Seth. We knew nothing about spirits. I knew I did not want to be in the spirits business, but there's a problem at my condo. When I'd host people, we'd mix up our drinks. So the solution we came up with, put a plastic colored monkey on each drink. A red monkey in your drink, blue on mine, solve the problem. We go out to bars and restaurants with these plastic monkeys and people said, "What is that? Can I have one? What does it mean?" So we gave these monkeys out while we're at bars and people would take pictures, it started conversations, and it became this social movement of having fun. People sent us pictures of these plastic monkeys. We didn't know what to do with them. We knew that Instagram and Facebook were for pictures. I didn't know much about social media at the time. We started social media accounts named Monkey in Paradise. It was a plastic monkey and we live in paradise. That was it. We reposted pictures that people sent us. After a year, about 10,000 followers on the social media pages. And we knew it was a special marketing platform. And we saw how boring the spirits industry was. We said, we're going to start a vodka company.
Good for you. So what's the biggest piece of advice that you have for people who want to make a career on social media?
Be yourself. Everything I do is by the seat of my pants. Nothing's planned, believe it or not. Very rarely is something planned. Something like I did with the Thunderbirds, planned, but the flying and my day-to-day content is as it happens. So be yourself. Don't try too hard and be genuine, relate with the people.
And definitely have fun, right? It seems like you're having a lot of fun in every single one of your ventures that you pursue. So if you had to pick one of your toys, right? Which, and I know now that they're not your toys, they're your friends' toys.
Not yet, not yet.
Which one would it be? I almost want to say that planes shouldn't be included in this because I feel like that would probably be the fave. Am I right there?
You're right.
So give me your second. Give me your second.
Boy. Well, I'm kind of tired of cars. I like boats because they're very social and they bring a lot of people out and show people a great time.
All right, a boat it is. Now, you seem to be a pretty fearless guy. You know, we've seen you underwater. We've seen you doing the climb into the air. Are you scared of anything? What would you say maybe a fear of yours is?
I have one fear. Being bored.
Being bored?
That's scary.
I wonder, are you okay with like sitting with yourself?
No.
No. Fair
I've
enough.
had guests in my spare bedroom for 45 days straight.
Oh my goodness. So is there a place that you want to fly to but you haven't yet?
I think Cuba would be really cool, or someplace in South America.
Someplace in South America. Well, let me know when you're gonna make that trip. I will invite myself on board. Alex, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on here. Say goodbye to everyone, and I just want to give a reminder that you guys can all follow him on display. He's at Alex Coten. Y'all, we are spinning the wheel for trivia next.